Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you, Father, for another wonderful and amazing day. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joyce McTier, and I am going to be your host for today's video. Okay, and I am the owner and operator of LaJoy Truck Creation Design. So this right here is what I want to talk to you all about. This. Do you see this? Yes. Okay, so I know this is not the traditional way of making paper beads. But I was sitting at my table yesterday and this idea came to me, and I said, you know what? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to take some paper and I'm going to wrap some paper on some wire, and then that way I won't have to worry about taking it off a toothpick or whatever I choose to use, let it dry, and then beat it, put it on wire. So I thought about this, and let me show y'all all of this. I made, I don't know how many pieces, but these are all different sizes because the first thing that came to me was some earrings. I was like, ooh, I could make some earrings using these. And what I did was I kind of twisted the bottom and then I made a loop at the top because I'm like, I could use these for earrings. I could connect these to make a necklace. I could connect these to turn it into a purse charm. The sky is the limit, y'all. Let me say this. Do not put any limits on your creativity. Always think outside of the box because that's going to be your safe haven, okay? When you think outside of the box from the norm, because most people, when we do things, we always do things by the norm. Like we do it because that's the way it's supposed to be done. No. Sometimes you have to think outside of the box. And the reason why I say that is because people who create certain things when it comes to cars, TVs, cell phones, those are the people who decided to think outside of their comfort zone, okay? That's how things are invented. That's how we invent things, when we think outside of the box. So when this idea came to me yesterday, I said, I've never seen this done where we take paper, we put it on wire, and we glue it on the wire, and then we don't have to take it off and add it to anything else. We can just go ahead and start creating and making the things that we want to create. If this inspires you, okay, please do so and make you some. Now, what I pretty much did was I took paper, I cut paper, I took some aluminum wire, which is 12 gauge aluminum wire, and I wrapped it around the aluminum wire. Now, as I'm wrapping, I am using some Mod Podge, just a very little Mod Podge, okay? When I get to the end of my wrap, I take a paintbrush and I lather it down. Okay, now I really, this one here I hooked up because I put some wire down the bottom. And then I was thinking about using my markers and really, creating something abstract. But when I made these, I said I can make some necklaces, earrings, bracelets. Like, the sky is the limit, y'all. So I'm passing this idea on to you all. For those of you who are creators and crafters, and if you feel the need to do this, by all means do it. Because for one, it's going to save you time. For two, once you put it on the wire, you won't have to worry about taking it off because it's permanent. And then all you do is make your loop at the top, and then you make your little thing, whatever you're going to do down the bottom, and you home free. And you can make them in any size that you choose to. Now, you don't necessarily have to use aluminum wire to do this. You can also use copper wire and brass wire. But my suggestion, if you decide to use those other two type of wires, is to use either, I would go with 16 gauge copper wire. You can do 18 gauge copper wire. And then I would do 16 gauge brass wire. Okay? So this is just something else that you all can add to what you're doing. All right? This right here. Yes, this is everything, because you don't have to go through the hassle of wrapping it around and then taking it off and then adding and then all of that. Nope, you just do it right on the wire while it's on the wire. And then you let it dry, and once it's dry, and you don't have to worry about it anymore, because all you have to worry about is creating. That's all you worry about. Once you put it on that, just create. Now I'm going to show y'all something. Whenever y'all go into the Dollar Tree, because I was in the Dollar Tree yesterday, make sure you pick up this. Make sure you pick up one of these. And make sure you always have some tacky glue on hand. Because this right here, these right here, these are a must-have. Okay? Every time you go in there, pick one of these up. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because you will never have enough of this stuff. You will never have enough of it. Now, another thing that I did too was, you know, the Dollar Tree have their, they sell beads from time to time. When you go in there, they have some really cool beads. And of course, this was $1.25, but look at that. These are glass and they're great quality. Okay, so I got this one. I purchased this one. I hope you all can see this. And then I purchased this one. Okay, and this last one right here. They're like an oval, but they're all glass. So whenever you go into the dollar store and you see any of this stuff, always, always, absolutely always, if you have it, pick you up some stuff like this, because it is so very important that you have it. And I was in there yesterday and they had some little small beads in the small containers. So I want to take this time to say thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for your support. Please make sure you like, comment, and thumbs up the video and share it out. And until my next upload. And if you have any questions about anything, let me know. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace and blessings, everyone. See ya.